The cheers echoing over the sky of Pyongyang, the heroic city which celebrated a victory in the war, continued ceaselessly. That day, the hero column in which our comrades attended advanced at the head of the parade. At that time, passing by the platform, we shouted hurrah at the top of our voices, looking up to the respected Supreme Commander Kim Il-sung. The respected Supreme Commander, with a broad smile on his face, congratulated us on the victory in the war. During the past Fatherland Liberation War against the U.S. imperialists' armed invasion, the Korean People's Army fought heroically. When the last bullets and grenades ran out, soldiers of the People's Army dashed into enemy positions, becoming Sherman bombs and shells. They had a firm faith that, led by the Supreme Commander Kim Il-sung, they were sure to win in the war. In April 1952, when the war was at its height, a photo exhibition was held at the Underground Theater in Pyongyang to celebrate the 40th birthday of President Kim Il-sung. The exhibition showed the absolute and immutable faith of the army and people of Korea that trusted in and followed only their leader. The victory of the young Korean People's Army and the defeat of the U.S. imperialists, who boasted of being the strongest in the world. This miraculous event was a brilliant victory of the idea attaching great importance to arms, the idea that the destiny of the country and people is decided by arms. The army and people of Korea who defeated the U.S. imperialists had a grand parade to celebrate the victory in the war in the presence of President Kim Il-sung. The U.S. imperialists mobilized the Korean front, the huge armed forces, more than 2 million strong, including the troops of South Korea, Japan, and other 15 satellite countries, and lost more than 1,567,000 men, including over 405,000 U.S. imperialist aggressors. The crack divisions of the Korean People's Army drove out beyond the Pacific Ocean the warlike generals of the U.S., who pounced upon us with a murderous spirit, giving them the names of defeated generals and grave generals. The U.S. imperialists were too ignorant of the Korean People's Army, the strong army of ideology and faith. The exploits performed by the men and officers of the People's Army who ensured the advance of the country will shine forever in the history of Korea. Heroes of the front and the people in the rear hugged fondly. The soldiers of the Korean People's Army defended a dear fatherland, their native towns and parents and brothers at the cost of their lives. The children whom the mothers of Korea sent to the front were the fine heroes of the country.